Major currency pairs are stuck in tight range today so far, with Asian equities being mixed and providing no inspiration. The euro is soft against dollar and yen and could head lower as the correction extends. The meeting between Spanish and Italian prime ministers today will probably show that a split remains between the two debt-ridden countries. Italy's Monti indicated last week his preference for Spain to seek a full bailout first, as this would lower Italy's borrowing cost. Monti blamed that Spain has an elevated spread and has problems with its banking system, but it has hesitated and is hesitating about whether to activate the anti-spread mechanism. Yet, Spain was reluctant to ask for financial assistance from international lenders. Rajoy said that the country was still assessing if the bailout would be in line with national interest. In the UK, Bank of England Deputy Governor Bean said that while the Q3 GDP figure was stronger than expected, he urged to avoid getting overexcited. Bean warned that the big picture is of an economy that's been bumping along the bottom and Q4 growth could be weak. But Bean also noted there's reason for some optimism going forward, as some of the headwinds have abated. And he hailed that UK banks have made significant progress in improving their resilience. Deputy Prime Minister Clegg echoed this sentiment and said that recovery is going to be slow. He emphasized that it's part of a long healing process and part of a complex rebalancing process. The Bank of Japan announcement tomorrow is the first major focus of the week. Markets have been anticipating additional easing from the central bank as much work is needed to be done to achieve the 1% inflation target. Finance Minister Jishima said that the government and the Bank of Japan share the view that it is extremely important to beat deflation. And he urged the bank to continue to promote bold monetary easing while working closely with the government. It's speculated that they would expand the Japanese government bond purchase by another 10 trillion yen. Also, the central bank might introduce an open-ended operation for the quantitative easing program until it reaches the inflation goal. Latest CFTC data showed that euro net shorts were relatively unchanged at 55,200 contracts on October 23. The biggest change was found in the Japanese yen, which changed from 10,100 net longs to 18,200 net shorts. Sterling net longs dropped slightly to 18,400. Australian dollar net longs rose slightly to 45,700, up from 38,400. Canadian dollar net longs dropped slightly to 89,100. On the data front, Japan retail sales rose 0.4% year-on-year in September versus expectation of 1%. UK mortgage approvals will be the main feature in European session. From the United States, personal income and spending are expected to grow 0.4% and 0.6% respectively in September. The headline PCE and core PCE are expected to accelerate slightly to 1.6% and 1.7% year-on-year.